Hello everyone, welcome to Tea Time with Tony. I know we had planned on getting this video started a little bit earlier in this month. With everything going on, it doesn't seem to be enough hours in the day, but I am so excited to get these videos started and to keep them going throughout the month of June. The month of June being Alzheimer's Awareness Month, and that's why we're doing this. I'm doing this to raise awareness and advocacy for those living and dealing with Alzheimer's and other dementias. And in the meantime, hopefully raising some funds so those advocates and the Alzheimer's Association can continue to do that, in hopes that one day we can see a day without Alzheimer's. I'm an advocate, as I've said before, because my grandmother was diagnosed in 2013, and in hindsight we realized that we had been dealing with the effects of Alzheimer's for about 10 years. Unfortunately, after the diagnosis in 2013, my grandmother's condition declined rather rapidly as she slipped into the fog of Alzheimer's. 3 years later, a couple of days after her birthday, she completed her battle with Alzheimer's. And until we can find a cure, I will continue to be an advocate locally, statewide, and nationwide for the families like mine that have understood what the meaning is of the long goodbye. So, first off, I'd like to share with you my grandmother's saying. If I heard it once, I heard it 1,000 times growing up. And this saying was our family motto, it was our family battle cry. It was meant to remind us in good days and bad days and in days in between that we were to still do our best to find the joy in life and to find a reason to have a smile on our face. So that saying, like I said, as I heard 1,000 times come from my grandmother, was keep a smile on your face and a song in your heart. If we were upset, Grandma would say, put a smile on your face and a song in your heart. If we were excited about something, she'd say, keep a smile on your face and a song in your heart. If we were afraid, she would say, keep a smile on your face and a song in your heart. To remind us, like I said, to find that reason to be happy, that reason to find joy, that reason to find laughter. So in that spirit, as devastating as Alzheimer's can be, trust me, millions and millions of tears have been shed over the loss of my grandmother. And seeing not only her last days, but seeing her slip into that fog, but also to see her slip out of that fog and have her come back to us for fleeting moments. I had a wonderful childhood, and many of those memories were with my grandparents. So I do these videos to honor them and to keep the joyful heart alive. So, one of my favorite memories as a kid was pretend tea parties with my grandmother. She had a little tea set, little plastic teacups that were maybe so big, that we would play with and pretend that we had multiple different tea parties. I would cook for hours in the toy kitchen preparing for the said tea parties, and then we would sit down and enjoy our tea party. Another thing that I remember from my childhood with my grandparents was when we would go spend the night, my grandmother would read Shel Silverstein poems to us. So, in trying to find something to do for our longest day events that we cannot have in person this year due to the state of our world and in spirit of social distancing, I decided to create this video. I spent days and days pondering what I would do in these videos. All I knew was I wanted to do something each day, and then it dawned on me, do the things that we enjoyed doing. So I've combined a tea party and Shel Silverstein poems that I'll do every day in the month of June to honor my grandmother and hopefully not only raise awareness but raise funds for the Alzheimer's Association. So, let's start today's tea party. Not only do I remember enjoying wonderful tea parties with my grandmother, but she had a vast collection of teacups. And I asked my mother if I could borrow just a few of those teacups to celebrate these videos with you. And again, one other way to honor and remember my beloved grandmother. So, let's grab a cup. As I was preparing for today's video, and I got this picture frame of me and my grandparents together this was taken during my senior pictures. And then I've also got a picture here of my grandparents at their wedding. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but the smile in that picture is a smile I remember very, very dearly. In getting out these pictures, I could smell Grandma's perfume. And I can even still smell it now as I'm sitting here right now. And I cannot tell you the joy and the memories that just the smell of that perfume brings back. So, welcome to the tea party. I have steeped my tea. And our teas throughout this video have been provided by my good friend Tyler Berry through Loosen Up Teas. And I look forward to going through his vast amount of teas throughout this month and then sharing them with you. And then we'll talk a little bit later how you can get these teas and how in purchasing these teas you can also help support the cause. So, I am so excited. Today's tea is a raspberry spearmint. It's got about a mid-level of caffeine, which I've got so many other things to do tonight, so I was looking for a tea with just a little bit of caffeine to keep me going. So, I can already smell the raspberry coming out of this tea, and I'm so excited to try it. Ooh, so as I poured it, it went past that wonderful raspberry smell to a definite prominent of the spearmint. It's got a beautiful light rosy color to it. Let's try it. Wonderful. So there's definitely some hints of some citrus in the beginning. And then on the back end we get that wonderful, like fresh out of the garden spearmint. The raspberry is most definitely there. It's not extremely prominent as the spearmint is, but that's to be expected with mints, because mints are definitely such a powerful flavor. But I look forward to seeing how the raspberry comes out as I let the tea sit. So, as we continue on here with this video, before I get to the poem, the reason why I was looking forward to sharing these poems as well wasn't just because of my grandmother's saying, but there's something my grandmother once said that has just stuck in my mind beyond her motto. But she once said she had this big Irish smile on her face and that twinkle in her eyes. And she says, "I love to laugh." And all the grand memories I have of my grandmother involve her laughing at some point. And what a joy it was to be able to be the reason that Grandma laughed. So that's why I'm so excited to include these Shel Silverstein poems, because his silly poems and silly illustrations, they made her laugh. And as I read it, I can hear her laugh as I read these poems. So the first poem I'm going to start out with today is one that she read many, many times to us because it just tickled her funny bone. So this one is out of Where the Sidewalk Ends book. And the title of this poem is Sick. As I look at this book is one of the ones that I gave to my husband Tyler before our wedding. Because just weeks prior, I had found out that he was a lover of Shel Silverstein as well. And as I gave it to him, I had left notes in it. And as you can see, I left a note here on this poem that said, "My grandma's favorite." So, listen to the wonderful words of Shel Silverstein and his poem Sick out of the book Where the Sidewalk Ends. "I cannot go to school today," said little Peggy Ann McKay. "I have the measles and the mumps, a gash, a rash, and purple bumps. My mouth is wet, my throat is dry. I'm going blind in my right eye. My tonsils are as big as rocks. I've counted 16 chicken pox. And there's one more, that's 17. And don't you think my face looks green? My leg is cut, my eyes are blue. It might be instamatic flu. I cough and sneeze and gasp and choke. I'm sure that my left leg is broke. My hip hurts when I move my chin. My belly button's caving in. My back is wrenched, my ankle's sprained. My appendix pains each time it rains. My nose is cold, my toes are numb. I have a sliver in my thumb. My neck is stiff, my voice is weak. I hardly whisper when I speak. My tongue is filling up my mouth. I think my hair is falling out. My elbow's bent, my spine ain't straight. My temperature is 108. My brain is shrunk, I cannot hear. There is a hole inside my ear. I have a hangnail and my heart is... What? What's that? What's that you say? You say today is Saturday? Goodbye. I'm going out to play. So that was Sick. And like I said, I could just hear the giggles coming from my grandmother as I read that. So, let's try this tea a little bit more. Again, I love the light rose color. See, now that it's out a little bit more, the raspberry and the mint have perfectly blended, and it's absolutely wonderful. So, like I said, not only are we looking to raise awareness and advocacy for Alzheimer's, but we are looking to raise money so that the Alzheimer's Association can do what it does to provide local resources. So, my good friend Tyler with Loosen Up Teas has partnered with me through these videos. So if you go to his website, loosenuptea.com, and give the promo code TLDTEA, so TLDT, and place an order with him, he will donate 10% of your order to the Alzheimer's Association. Again, I can't tell you how thankful I am for Tyler's participation and partnership as we go through these wonderful videos together. I've got some wonderful other teas from him that I'm really excited to share with you. We'll have some hot teas, and I'll make some of them as iced teas as well to share with you. So, all these videos we're going to build up to our longest day. Again, like I said, the event that we're unable to do live this year because of COVID-19. So, in deciding what we wanted to do for the longest day, I figured I would just do some teas and do some poems and that would be it. But I've had some wonderful people wanting to partnership with me to make the longest day still happen, but yet all virtually. So, on the longest day, June 20th, starting at 10 a.m., we will have an all-day long broadcast off of our YouTube channel. It'll post on our Facebook page as well as the website. And we'll have a morning worship service, we'll have some yoga, we'll have some music therapy sessions, we'll have some live music, we'll talk about the Music and Memory program, and many, many other things throughout the live broadcast that we'll share on June 20th together. I'm so excited to make that happen. Our website is wapakoneta.longestday.com. is where you can go to find the broadcast, as well as all these videos will be posted there as well. You can also find us, Wapakoneta Longest Day, on Facebook. If you want to learn more about myself and my grandmother and her story, I'd love to share that with you. We have it available on our website, asmileandasong.com. So feel free to visit that as well. A Smile and a Song on Facebook, as well as we're also on Twitter as well. So thank you for joining me for Tea Time with Tony today, and I look forward to sharing many other teas with you as we try to rid the world of the fog of Alzheimer's. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.
There's something you once told us when we were little kids. All of the things that you showed us and everything you did. The house in Nottingham, you taught us how to understand and showed us how to be a shram. From our hearts you have scribed it since the days that we were young. Put a smile on your face, a song in your heart. There's no dream you can't become. Put a smile on your face and a song in your heart. We will never let it leave us. We will never let it part. Put a smile on your face and a song in your heart. We will never let it leave us. We will never let it part. May troubles, worries, and problems never linger. May they only make you that much stronger, able, and wise. And may you rise each day with the sunlight in your heart, success in your path, and that smile always there in your eyes. You told us this and now it's in our hearts. Life's not easy, sometimes struggle is the special part. Remember just one thing, the joy that life can bring. When times are troubling, open up your heart and sing. Keep a smile on your face and a song in your heart. We will never let it leave us. We will never let it part. Keep a smile on your face and a song in your heart. We will never let it leave us. We will never let it part. is the best. Put a smile on your face and a song in your heart. We will never let it leave us. We will never let it part. Keep a smile on your face and a song in your heart. We will never let it leave us. We will never let